barrettes that they sold at Claire's, it started to feel like an old married couple who weren't into each other anymore, and it's like, I love you. You know what I mean? But it's interesting how the thing that I really learned from this time period, when you see something that you wrote in an underground fanzine that was meant to be disseminated to maybe 100 or 200 people, and then you see it, the Spice Girls, on every TV channel yelling girl power in their high heels and $3,000 dresses. I started to realize that it wasn't just this thing that I had bought in the 90s where there's this underground culture and then there's mainstream. There's like a whole kind of weird cycle of life that happens where it's like, I'm ripping stuff off from the mainstream in my fanzine and giving it a different meaning. And then the mainstream is ripping stuff off from our fanzines and giving it a different meaning. And a lot of people got super, super bent out of shape as we're ripping this off and our ideas are becoming meaningless and all of this. And I partook in those conversations myself. But in the end, what I realized was that what we have is that we can just continue to make more art. Like, we shouldn't be making the same art over and over and over again. And if somebody else takes it and does something with it, we have no control over that. And I didn't want to stop making art for fear that somebody was going to turn it into something creepy. Because that's not my part of it. You know what I mean? And if you start getting all freaked out about those issues, then a lot of other issues don't get discussed at all.